What's up, everyone? Thralls here once again. I'm Necrotic Nick.
I'm Miller.
And we are back with an album review, and one that I've definitely been anticipating just because this band's fucking fun. This band is so much goddamn fun to listen to, and I'm talking about the latest offering from Midnight, Let There Be Witchery. This comes out on the 4th of March on Metal Blade Records. It's been formed in 2003 in Cleveland, Ohio. So we have an Ohio in here, and that's
nice.
Fucking awesome. This is a one-man band. Athenar, a one-man fucking wrecking crew of just riffs and setting shit on fire on stage. That's metal as fuck already. This is the 5th full length they put out, though they have a ton of singles, EPs, live albums. I say they, it's him, but we'll just say they because it's a band name, yeah. And, well, if you're not familiar with Midnight, this is blackened speed metal, heavy metal, thrash metal. Punk, I mean,
thrash,
something. It's pretty much, if you like Motorhead and Dark Throne and
Judas Priest,
early Celtic Frost, if you like all of those things, even separately, just mix them up in a big old blackened bowl, and you will get Midnight, and you will have fun.
Yep. And that's the key. This album is fun. That's the going. I know I've said that in a lot of reviews, but hey, I like music. Music is fun for me. And this album is definitely in that category of fun. It's like, I don't know, just hanging out at a club and there's like this just fucking killer band playing and everyone's having a great time, just smiling. Everyone's nice and
slamming beers and it's like, does this band fucking rule? What? Fuck yeah, they do. Who are you? I don't know. I'm your friend now.
You're my best friend.
And that is kind of the aesthetic. Plus, you know, Satan. Mm-hmm. This is just kind of what Midnight does and have been doing over the course of these 5 albums and all the other releases. Very minimalist. There's not a lot of elements to this, and that's always sort of a thing that I really like about them, because they don't have very many elements. So you got the old school sleazy heavy metal riffs, punk aesthetic, like just the fast D-beat drives, and just sort of balls out fucking attitude. Mm-hmm. And that formula continues to really work, and, you know, for some odd reason, like, I haven't found an album where I'm like, man, this is boring, because it's never boring with Midnight. It's just fun.
Yeah, and I'm new to Midnight. This is the first time I've really jammed these guys, which is unfortunate because, like he said, if all the other albums are like this, I probably like all the other albums. So I'm going and I'm going to listen to all of them. Right away in this album, with the first track, Telepathic Nightmare, you're reminded immediately of like Motorhead, good Motorhead, and it just makes you all warm and fuzzy just right off the bat of this album. And you know what you're getting in for because this is the album.
Yeah.
This song, the first song is the album. And he's got these like crazy, just in your face delivery of vocals, like G.G. Allen style. Just very in your face.
It's over the top, but in like such a great way. And like, he doesn't give a fuck about shredding his fucking vocal cords on this. It's all about the delivery, the fucking aesthetic.
The attitude.
Yeah, that's it, man. Like, if you're rocking a fucking leather jacket with no shirt on underneath, I mean, that's already attitude. That's kind of 80s attitude, but that's still kind of now attitude, I guess. At least if you're a Midnight, it is. The thing I liked about this opening track is generally they kind of open up with like a fun, riffy one. This one's a little bit darker and sinister. Like, you go through the rest of the album, it's like, oh, these are a little bit more fun. That opener just seems more cold. And that was kind of an interesting way to open the album, because when you get into the bulk of these D-beat driven riffathons, there's a lot of like major chords put in there, and fuck, they are hooky as hell.
Yeah, all the riffs are hooky. There's a lot of really earworm type. You're just it's like, man, it's awesome.
That riff's gonna be in my fucking head for the next week and a half minimum. And a prime example of that, Nocturnal Molestation. Holy shit, that is one of the catchiest riffs on this album. Yeah, and I swear it's like one I've heard before. Like, I know I've heard it like in a Motorhead album or a Judas Priest album.
I've heard it a million times.
But I don't care. It's just good. It sticks right in your brain, and they lay the fuck on it. And that's kind of the thing is, you know, when you don't have a lot of elements, you kind of build on the one you got. So they lay on this main riff, and then they sprinkle in like some leads and maybe just like a lead melody on top. Mm-hmm. And it kind of just makes a bigger hook, or in their case, like a rustier one with like meat hanging off of it. It just fucking works.
Absolutely. It makes me miss my long hair. Like, it just...
Yeah. Like, I was listening to this, you know, downstairs in my basement from my computer, and I was like, man, should I get day drunk? Should I get day drunk? Do I need to throw a chair? Should I set something on fire? I feel like I am not honoring this album's aesthetic.
All the answers to that are yes.
Yes. Well, I mean, not in your own house. Like, unless you're
You
really
set the
sure.
fires outside.
Yeah, set the fires outside.
You can drink anywhere.
Throw the chair outside, too.
Yeah, fuck it.
Drink in the house. And outside.
The next song, More Torment, we're halfway into the album, and if this album is a party, you open that up track and just people are, oh, dude, it's you.
It's like,
Here's a drink. Have a drink with me and stuff.
I got 8 beers.
Yeah,
Jesus.
and if More Torment comes up, and at this point you're like, well, dude, I'm feeling good, man. I'm pretty buzzed right now. And that's when you're leaning into your dude. Like, ah! And that's the way I felt with this song.
And honestly, like it's kind of a cool one because that's a slow down track, or it's as slow as they go. Like these mid-tempo grooves that you'll hear on Villainy, Wretched Villainy, and Devil Virgin. Those are like the settling in moments. Like, yeah, man, everything's fucking good. I am fucked.
That's where I got that feeling that you're just kind of swaying with the groove of it, and it's just a little slower pace. You're like, oh, slurring your words a little bit.
And that added groove with the even sleazier riffs, because there's a dirty fucking bend
in there. Yeah,
it's just like, ugh. And they even harmonize it. It was like, oh, that's sleazy. That's sleazier than hell. And I don't know, it just kind of like completes the aesthetic, kind of broadens the sound a little bit, because a lot of this is D-beat oriented, but I mean, I love D-beats. I grew up on Motorhead, so yeah. But it was kind of cool hearing like stuff that was like a little bit more akin to like Judas Priest, and like stuff like kind of classic heavy metal, except with this blackened edge to it, just to make it like, to the point where no one's gonna go, that's fucking pussy music. Are you kidding? Listen to this dude yell about Satan and sluts and beer and stabbing people. I don't know what he's yelling about. He's angry. I love it.
It's like one of the best songs Judas Priest didn't write.
Yeah. I'm talking like early Judas Priest, like Sin After Sin, Stained Class. Like it kind of has that. Well, I mean, it kind of goes with the production here, which is just very old school, very warm.
Yeah.
Generally, when you think of like anything black, it was like, oh, it's gonna be cold and grim. This is actually kind of like fuzzy and old school.
Yeah, I didn't know that they're blackened. They have that little tag.
Yeah, I mean, that's all that Satan and the hoods and everything, and I mean, yeah. This is the fun black metal. This is the kind you can party with. You don't worry about the dude trying to fucking stab you or some shit. Mayhem. Calm your tits still.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't describe this as a black album. Like,
it almost feels too fun.
Yeah, it does.
But I mean,
it's too fun for that.
It's that sort of like, again, that old school heavy metal thing, and then you kind of pepper in this sort of like blackened snarl to it, and it's like, you know what? This definitely adds to this. But I feel like I could party with you guys a little bit more because you like this stuff. Like yeah, it's okay. It's okay to like Scorpions. It's fine. As long as you drink this entire bottle of whiskey right in front of me. And, throughout the course of this album, actually throughout the course of their albums, like, these aren't like the most creative riffs. In fact, they're very meat and potatoes, except it's like blackened, seared meat and charred potatoes. But that's kind of the appeal, like the minimalist thing. Like, let's see what we can do with the most minimal ingredients here.
Yeah.
And let the attitude just fucking come out and punch you in the face. And that is the thing that really just sells me every time, because it doesn't really matter what they're playing sometimes. Like, dude, it's the sincerity, it's the honesty. It's like, yeah, we're here to fucking just rage and shit.
And speaking of the simplicity of things, an example where it's a little too in the box is Frothing Foulness.
It's a great title.
Yeah, the title is awesome. But for me, that riff is just almost too in the box. It didn't speak as well as some of the other riffs in this album that are in that same box.
Yeah.
Which doesn't make any sense, but whatever.
I mean, this box is a mosh pit, and, I think eventually some of these riffs, they're going to run into each other. But sometimes when they throw in, like, just a little bit of something to spice it up, like, Let There Be Sodomy. There's this cool ascending and descending little, tremolo thing on the verses, and I think it's really cool. Plus, they harmonize it. And again, not a tremendous amount of lead work on here. Like, they're just short, quick leads that just accompany the riff. But when they do those harmonies, it kind of makes the riff just kind of jump out in your face and offer you another shot. It's probably got goat's blood in it, so be careful. But yeah, like, that is, again, like, minimal ingredients. What can you add to it to sort of spice it up? And, like, you get occasional moments where they do step outside, like the end of Sex Witchery, which, holy shit, great video, guys.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was awesome.
Fun to watch.
The end of it, it kind of like, you think you're gonna get like the big finish, like the everyone hitting the cymbals and you know. But the song actually kind of tapers off towards the end and starts playing this slow, like kind of Slayer-like melody, and it kind of just changes the whole feel of it, and then it quietly closes on that same melody. It was like, I mean, this doesn't seem like how this album should necessarily close in terms of feel.
Kind of leads you out.
Yeah.
But I really wanted that chick to take the dude's head off.
I mean,
she should have decapitated him.
Well, I mean, that was Athanar. You can't decapitate Athanar. He'd survive.
It's a music video.
I mean, yeah.
Look how many times Bill Murray's like fucking killed himself.
Yeah, good point. But yeah, overall, I mean, this pretty much matched up to the hype that at least I had in my mind. I mean, there's a fair amount of hype because they made the cover of Decibel. And by they, I mean Athanar once again. This album was fucking fun to listen to, and again, it's knowingly derivative. Like, it knows 100%, like, it's like, yeah, this is fucking pure throwback shit, but we kind of put our spin on it, and that is what makes this entire listen fun. And I'm gonna go ahead and give it 4.5 stars. I fucking love this, and I was a big fan of Rebirth by Blasphemy. That was a year ender for me. It's a good chance this might be a year ender for me again, because Midnight once again fired on all cylinders. Somehow they made the songs even catchier, I think, too. Like, more harmonies. I think the leads were more in the right place, and there was better pacing on this one, too, because they broke it up with some, like, slower mid-tempo songs. But, yeah, overall, they just killed it. They killed it being Midnight. They really haven't changed much, but they don't really need to. And I kind of just appreciate that about Midnight. Like, I kind of know what I'm going to get, but I know I'm going to have fucking fun listening to it, and I'll probably want to, again, like, get day drunk, throw a chair, burn something, watch some horror movies. I don't know. It'll be fun.
I will give this a 4 out of 5. This is my first go into this band, and what a ride. This was a great album, and I'm going to listen to the other albums. Very strong, catchy riffs, a lot of hook in here, a lot of different elements sprinkled in. This is like a really good brisket that's smoked really well, and it's just salt, pepper, a little bit of garlic. Yeah. That's it. That's all you need. That's all you need. But some of this is a little too in the box for me, and I wish the leads were just a hair up. This is a riff-driven band, no doubt about it. Yeah. But I would like to hear the leads up just a hair. Some of it gets drawn out a little bit. The vocals sit back nicely. The vocals really sit in a nice little pocket in this album. But overall, 4 out of 5. This is a killer album.
Pure fucking fun, and exactly what I fucking wanted to listen to. So, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you are new to the channel, subscribe, because we do stuff like this all the time. We are also on Patreon. If you'd like to help us out there, there'll be a link down below, as well as a link to our giveaway for when we eventually hit 10,000 subscribers. It's still a nuts number to say out loud, but we're getting close, like a little more than 100 subs, and, well, once we hit that mark, we'll be doing this giveaway. Big giveaway, giant giveaway. We'll have one of these awesome shirts. Very nice. We love them. Fucking yes. The artwork just fucking pops on that. I'm so in love with that shirt. But yeah, we'll also include a really cool pressing of the new Alien Weaponry album when the ocean blue sort of pressing.
Really cool.
It's really pretty. And of course, a $100 gift card to Bandcamp, which you should always spend your money on there on Friday to make sure the artists get all that fucking cash. But yeah, we are getting close to that. Thank you all so fucking much. This has been an awesome ride. It continues to be an awesome ride. And I'm looking forward to reviewing more fucking fun albums. And we're going to get down to rankings here again. And just a whole bunch of cool shit coming your way. So thank you guys. And we will catch you later.